So spring is here and you're either just going or you've just come back from a cycling holiday or training camp, maybe to Mallorca or Tenerife or somewhere like that. And if you're anything like me, you probably would have doubled at least your training hours you do normally, and doubled your TSS probably, if not more. So what should you do when you come back from having done a big volume of riding? Well, watch the video to find some tips on how to make the most of it. I'm David and this is Forest Velo. So number one is take it easy. You need to have a day or two off just to let it soak in and let your body absorb some of that training stimulus you've had, those messages it's had to improve, and give it some recovery time. It's funny because I almost think of it as being ill. If you've been ill for a week or two, you wouldn't rush straight back into it, hard. And the same with the training camp. Your body has had a massive dose of stress, and it's going to take time for you to get the most out of it. Even the pros, when they come back off their altitude camps, don't expect to be at their best for a few weeks after the camp. So first thing to do is treat it like you've been off for a while or off ill. You've had a massive amount of stress on your body, so whatever you do, take it easy. Start off with just some easy zone 2 riding like this, going along easily, able to have a chat and just turning over the pedals, getting your body used to that effect again. And while you're doing those rides, see if you can just get a feel for how your heart rate's responding, what sort of power you're producing. You might find your heart rate's quite low and isn't really going up to where it should be. It's a good sign that you're suffering a lot of stress. As you can see, we've had quite a lot of rain over the last few months here in England, and loads of the roads are flooded. There's holes in them, gravel and grit everywhere. Doesn't make for easy riding. If you're enjoying watching the videos and getting something out of the content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you can to help the channel grow. Thanks. So like I said, you want to just see how your body responds in those first few rides. If your heart rate's back to normal, your power's pretty good for zone 2, you're feeling okay, probably the next thing to do over the next week is try an interval session. Hopefully you know what sort of power or heart rate you can produce on a certain climb or intervals you're doing. Just do an easier interval session, again just to gauge where you're at. You might find you're fine. I find as I'm older it does take a lot longer to recover, and I've gone a bit hard a bit too soon and ended up regretting it. So take things easy, check how things are doing, try some harder riding. If you feel everything is looking pretty good, you should then the next week build in some proper efforts and proper sessions to improve maybe your VO2 max, and there's some videos on the channel about that if you want to do that. But if you've probably spent a long time group riding while abroad, you may have a lot of volume but not too much intensity. So maybe you could work on developing that intensity. And if you're feeling okay after a week or two, you could start ramping back up and going back onto your normal training plan. And hopefully you'll notice an improvement from that increase in volume you had and TSS that will give you that boost you need for the spring ahead. So what do you do when you come back from a training camp? Do you take it easy? Do you ride hard and hope for the best? Let us know in the comments below. And until next time, bye for now.